Leviathan, a creature of immense terror and grandeur, looms large in the annals of biblical and mythological lore, its name evoking awe and dread across centuries. Rooted in the book of Isaiah, Leviathan is introduced as a monstrous sea beast, a symbol of chaos and divine power, its presence echoing through ancient texts like Job and Psalms. In these scriptures, Leviathan is depicted as a colossal entity, untamed and untamable, created by God to showcase his omnipotence over creation. Its form is elusive, described variously as a serpent, dragon, or crocodile, with no single shape capturing its essence. This ambiguity amplifies its mystique, positioning Leviathan as a primal force that defies human comprehension. In demonology, Leviathan ascends to an even darker role, named as one of the 7 princes of hell, embodying the sin of envy. It is said to guard the gates of the infernal realm, its presence a warning of the consequences of succumbing to jealousy and malice. Medieval scholars painted vivid images of Leviathan with a gaping maw, capable of swallowing souls whole, a portal to the abyss that linked it symbolically to the jagged mountains of hell. This imagery cemented its role as a harbinger of destruction, a creature whose very existence challenged the order of the cosmos. In ancient narratives, Leviathan's size was beyond measure, with some accounts claiming it stretched over 300 miles, its body coiling through the ocean depths like a living continent. Its scales, described in the book of Job, were armor-like, so tightly interwoven that neither air nor weapon could penetrate them. This invincibility rendered Leviathan a nightmare for sailors during Europe's Golden Age, who spoke of a whale-like beast capable of capsizing ships with a single thrash of its tail. Such tales painted Leviathan as a force of nature, a living tempest that could summon floods of apocalyptic scale, reshaping coastlines and drowning civilizations. The creature's association with a great deluge tied it to myths of cosmic upheaval, where its awakening could disrupt the Earth's geography, overturning mountains and redrawing seas. In Phoenician and other Near Eastern cultures, Leviathan's ferocity was likened to that of a crocodile, its jaws snapping with bone-crushing force, its eyes glowing with predatory menace. Yet, despite its terror, Leviathan was not merely a monster, it was a divine creation, a testament to God's ability to craft beings of unimaginable power. Biblical accounts offer a fascinating glimpse into Leviathan's origins, portraying it as a creature formed on the 5th day of creation, alongside the beasts of the sea and sky. Some traditions, particularly in Jewish mysticism, suggest Leviathan was created as a pair, a male and a female, mirroring the duality of Adam and Eve. These twin Leviathans were endowed with extraordinary strength and intellect, their scales shimmering with a divine radiance that hinted at their celestial origin. However, their nature was inherently volatile, their hunger driving them to unleash devastation. When ravenous, the Leviathans would exhale fiery breath, a scorching torrent that could boil entire oceans, reducing marine life to ash to sate their insatiable appetites. Their combined power was so great that God, foreseeing the destruction they could wreak, made a heart-wrenching choice. The female was slain, her flesh offered to sustain the righteous among humanity. This act of divine sacrifice preserved the world, but drove the male Leviathan into a state of frenzied rage, its grief and fury amplifying its destructive tendencies. No longer bound by its counterpart, the surviving Leviathan became a solitary terror, its wrath spilling onto coastal lands, where it spewed flames and scorched entire villages. The male Leviathan's rampage necessitated further divine intervention, as its fiery exhalations and seismic thrashings threatened to unravel creation itself. In some accounts, God subdued the beast, chaining it to the ocean's depths, where it slumbers until the end of days. Other traditions speak of a final battle, where Leviathan will rise to challenge divine order, only to be defeated as a testament to God's ultimate authority. Alongside Behemoth, another primordial creature, Leviathan serves as a symbol of God's power to create and control chaos. Both beasts, with their malevolent natures, stand as reminders that humanity is but a small part of a vast, untamed cosmos. Leviathan's scales, described as glowing with a fluorescent sheen, add a layer of otherworldly beauty to its terror. When its head breaches the ocean's surface, its scales refract light into radiant halos, a mesmerizing spectacle that belies its deadly intent. Its eyes, blazing like twin furnaces, cast an eerie glow, while its nostrils emit flames that dance across the waves, igniting the air itself. This ability to manipulate fire and water underscores Leviathan's dual nature as both creator and destroyer, a paradox embodied in its divine origins. Leviathan's powers extend beyond the physical, its breath carrying a toxic scent that could poison entire ecosystems. Some myths claim that, if left unchecked, Leviathan's venomous exhalations could extinguish all life, a chilling prospect that elevates it to a near-apocalyptic threat. Its ability to boil the seas, creating maelstroms of steam and destruction, allowed it to thwart any human attempt to challenge its dominance. Sailors' tales from antiquity spoke of waters bubbling and hissing as Leviathan passed beneath, a harbinger of doom that sent fleets scattering in panic. These stories, passed down through generations, wove Leviathan into the collective imagination, a symbol of nature's untamed fury and humanity's fragility. In Jewish tradition, Leviathan's role is particularly complex, with some texts equating it to Satan, a fallen angel whose envy mirrors the creature's own sin. Others describe it as a female dragon, dwelling beyond the ocean's horizon, a guardian of mysteries too vast for mortal minds. The slaying of the female Leviathan, a recurring motif, is said to have prevented the pair from breeding, an act that preserved the world, but left the male as a solitary force of chaos. Scholars have long debated Leviathan's origins, with some positing it as an exaggerated depiction of real creatures. The crocodile, with its armored skin and predatory ferocity, is a frequent candidate, though its vulnerability to ancient hunters undermines this theory. Unlike crocodiles, Leviathan was invincible, its scales impervious to spears and nets, its size dwarfing even the mightiest predators. Others suggest Leviathan may have been inspired by an extinct marine species, a relic of a primordial ocean lost to time. Fossils of a 12-million-year-old whale with teeth the size of daggers and a body rivaling modern ships lend credence to this idea. Dubbed a sea monster by scientists, this ancient predator may have fueled the myths of Leviathan, its skeletal remains whispering tales of a bygone era. Alternatively, Leviathan could represent an undiscovered denizen of the deep, a creature lurking in the uncharted abyss, its existence hinted at by ancient mariners' accounts. These theories, while compelling, cannot fully capture the creature's symbolic weight, as Leviathan transcends biology to embody chaos, envy, and divine mystery. In religious texts, Leviathan is mentioned sparingly, its rare appearances underscoring its overwhelming power without overshadowing divine authority. In Christianity, it is tied to the 7 deadly sins, a demonic force that tempts humanity with jealousy. Jewish mysticism, meanwhile, paints Leviathan as a cosmic entity, its flesh destined to feed the righteous in the Messianic age. This duality, monster and divine creation, makes Leviathan a unique figure, revered and feared in equal measure. Its legend has inspired countless myths, from the Norse Kraken to the Babylonian Tiamat, each reflecting humanity's fascination with the untamed sea. Leviathan's cultural impact, while vast, is less prominent in modern media, where it appears sparingly but memorably. In Hellbound, Hellraiser 2, 1988, Leviathan is a god of flesh and desire, a fitting nod to its demonic roots. Disney's Atlantis, The Lost Empire, 2001, reimagines it as a robotic guardian, blending myth with technology. In Noah, 2014, Leviathan symbolizes corrupt powers, while in Supernatural, it is an ancient organization behind historical calamities. Whether Leviathan ever existed remains an open question, its truth buried in the sands of time. If real, it may have been vanquished by a greater force, divine or natural, or simply faded into extinction, a casualty of Earth's shifting epochs. The fossilized whale, with its monstrous jaws, offers a tantalizing glimpse of a creature that could have inspired such tales, its legacy preserved in scripture and song. Yet, Leviathan's true power lies not in its physical form, but in its ability to captivate, a symbol of the unknown that continues to haunt humanity's imagination. As science probes the ocean's depths, the question lingers: was Leviathan a monster, a metaphor, or something more? Only time, with its relentless march, may unveil the answers, leaving Leviathan to reign as a timeless enigma,